Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DAAAFT where I give my takes on Arsenal Football Club. I'm Dr. Toves. Hope you're having a fantastic day. In this particular video, we are going to be doing our own player ratings of every player that played a major part in the season. And I'm joined for this video with my guy, Johnny Boy. How are you feeling today, Mr. Johnny Boy?
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me once again. Now we have to judge our players and see which of them lived up to expectations or which of them failed us this season. So I'm happy. Let's go.
So, Johnny Boy, let's rank the players, right? Let's rank the players this season, and I'm sharing from the Premier League website, so you can even see the appearances and key stats on the side. So let's start with David Raya. I like to rate on all right. When I say all right, I mean poor. That is just bad, but at least they ran around. So I don't want to say terrible or something like that. So I'll rank them on poor, good, poor, good, very good, and excellent or outstanding, whichever one. Right. That's the way I like to do it. Not give a number because people's number are different, But yeah. So let's start with David Raya. David Raya is on the verge of having the most, having another golden glove as at the time of recording, because we are recording this before the last game of the season again. So we don't know if he's going to win it or not. But as at this point in time, he has 13 clean sheets. He's played 37 games. He was injured one point where this man came in.
Well, he has literally played all the whole games this season, basically.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
In the Premier League, he played everything basically.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you rank David Raya? All right, poor, good, terrible, excellent.
So to me, David Raya was one of the players you can say that improved or at least maintained the standard from last season. So I'll give him a very good. In as much as though towards the end of the season he has been messing up, but I won't allow that to really to affect his score for me. He has been one of our standout players this season. So I'll give him very good.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, I'll go excellent. I'll go higher excellent, because I think yes, he had some shaky moments, but overall he's keeping us in games. Even the days where he has those shaky games where he's fluffing his line and kicking the balls, he still makes outstanding saves that lets us to at least draw the game. So because of that, I'll say he's part of the reason that we are finishing second again. So for me, excellent for David Raya. Setford did not have any Premier League appearance, but
I don't even know who that is.
I think he came on in one of the League Cups. But yeah, he didn't play a big part, so I'm not going to rate him. What about Neto? Old man Neto, as I like to call him.
It's poor, even though it's harsh, but it's poor because you can literally see the literally appearances for Arsenal. That's poor. So his signing was useless to us as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it
was poor. He has been a poor signing for Arsenal. For me, poor.
Okay, poor. I'll say I'll go poor. Even I don't do poor, but anyway, I'll say all right. Because it was not his fault. It's not his fault that he did not play. He was there. Although which game did he play that it was very shaky?
No, Girona, last game of the Champions League group.
Yeah, man, it was woeful. Yeah, so no, because of that, I take that back to poor. Just because of that game alone, you had very, very few chances to show yourself, and you didn't. So poor for Neto. Right, defenders, we have William Saliba scored 2 goals. Partey was one of the defenders that contributed to 12 of David Raya's 13 clean sheets. 35 appearances in the Premier League. I'm sure all appearances in the Champions League. I think most of the FA Cup he played as well. And
we had only one FA Cup, so yeah, he played.
Yeah, he played. That's true. Yeah. So what do you rate Saliba this season?
Saliba too, I'll give very good as well, because yes, he has shaky moments this season, but overall, I think he had a very good season. And I think, if I'm not wrong, was he in the team of the season, Premier League team of the season?
Nominees. Nominees, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So that he's a nominee for a reason. So I'll give him very good. He's improving.
No, yeah. Sorry, team of the season. Rice was nominees. He's in team of the season.
Okay, so he's improving, but he needs to improve more. And you can see that he's doing something right because the likes of Real Madrid and PSG are being linked to him. So when you are being linked to Real Madrid and PSG, you must be doing something right. So
Yeah.
I think he had a very, very good season. So I'll say very good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll also give him a very good rating because yeah, you're right. He kept us at least for the first half of the season. It was magnificent, and then the second half of the season he was a bit shaky. And I thought maybe he had an injury, and I've been proven right that he's playing through injury as well. So
No surprise there.
very good overall. And Quarantini, these 12 appearances is a false 12 appearance because if you convert it to minutes, I'm sure altogether it's not up to two matches. But anyways, Quarantini, what do you?
It's very sad. It's very sad to me to be rating Tierney because I would have loved, and that's part of the reasons why I blame the manager because a player like Tierney is somebody you should have. To me, he should be one of your plan B because we all know that he's a good crosser of the ball. So he should be one of your plan Bs. But unfortunately, the manager for some reason doesn't rate Tierney because he cannot invest. So he doesn't rate him. So, but for me, it'll be Paul too because he didn't really contribute much to the season. Unfortunately, he didn't contribute much. So I'll give him Paul as well.
Right. So I mean, I'll say all right performance from him. When he came on. Yeah, most of the time it's just to close the shop or to play as a left winger, or they just trying to give him some appearance bonuses because he's on the bench, you know. But yeah, he didn't contribute too much to the team performance this season. But all right overall, I would say Benjamin White next. Started the season. Turns out he was playing through injury, no surgery, but he didn't. They didn't send him for surgery until the international break. But I don't. For me, I would say all right performance this season because it was not the Ben White of the previous two seasons. What are you ranking Ben White?
So I'm with agreement with you on that aspect. I'll give him all right too, just for the fact that it came out later. There was later we got to know that he was playing with a crocked ankle. So he was trying his best, even though he wasn't fantastic. But we knew the reason why now because of injury. So I'll give him all right for the fact that he tried to tough it up and continue playing for us now. So I give him all right. He had some few bad games, but overall he was an all right player for us. So all right.
Fair enough. And then the next one, Gabriel Magalhaes. For me, I would say excellent. He's also one of my nominees for Player of the Season because without him, I think that the terrible things would have happened. So excellent performance for the season for Gabriel Magalhaes. What do you think?
Also, I agree with you. Excellent, outstanding, whatever you want to give him. Because I think, unlike other players I mentioned before, I think he's one player that we are seeing improvement every season, and not just small improvement, major improvements. So I give him. To me, I did probably if he's not my player of the season, he's my second. But so yeah, I'll give him excellent. He has been our top most defender. Like
Okay.
with him, I have that calmness, I have that assurance that yeah, my defense is solid.
No, you're right. You're right.
And
Let's.
Saliba was not the same after he left. So
No, that's true. I think I'm
yes.
agreeing with you. Let's push him to outstanding. He definitely had an outstanding season, Gabriel Magalhaes. Yeah. And Jurrien Timber, for me, is close to being my player of the season. Also very, very outstanding. Without, like, for me, if a different manager was Jurrien Timber's coach, trust me, the kind of skills this guy does on the ball, mad. Like, I just think Arteta should let him loose a bit.
He's
just
a Dutch
a
for a
bit.
reason. He's a Dutch player for a reason.
Exactly. Like, he's skillful, he's strong, he's fast. He's like, he knows how to read the game well. Come on, man. Outstanding for Jurrien Timber. He's close to being my player of the season. What about you?
Outstanding as well. If anything above outstanding, I give it to him too. One thing I give him credit for is that he didn't play ultra last season. He had an ACL injury, which is very, very. It's one of the most. I don't know whether I would say most painful, most difficult things to come back from as a sportsman, or even individual. But he came. But not only did he come back, but he was consistent throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
I think right up to the end of the season, I think the only player that gave him a tough time, and that was for a period of time, was only Kvaratskhelia of PSG. Maybe for the first 20 minutes or 30 minutes of the first leg that he gave him a tough time.
For me, I don't even think it was giving him a tough time. I just thought that Arsenal were just too compact. Like they left them alone. They were thinking, let them cross. So they were compact. But when after that 20 minutes, after they scored, and then 20 minutes, Arteta told them to just go and do man marking, and then he didn't have joy anymore. He had to switch to the other wing. So I don't blame Timber.
I'll give him a standing. I think I gave him. He's my player of the season to me.
Okay.
He was my player of the season in my mind. He was Arsenal's player of the season. He was he has made it so good that now people are even pushing Ben White to the bench. Now people are saying, oh, White can't come back to right back again. Meanwhile, the White was our starting right back.
Yeah.
So right now he has made the right back position. And like you said, he's very skillful on the ball as well. Very technical as well. So to me, he's outstanding. If there's anything higher than that, I give it to him as well. So
fair enough. Yeah, for next one is Jakub Kivyo. For me, I'm going to say very good performance. Yeah, the start of the season, he did not really play well when they're trying to shoehorn him into the left wing back or left back position, inverted left back. That did not work. But in the tail end of the season, when he was called on and put in his own natural position, he actually played very, very well. So for me, I'm going to say very good performance this season for Kivyo. What about you? What do you think?
Very good as well. He's one of the guys that divides opinions in Arsenal. Lots of fans are like, oh, you know what? He doesn't have game time, so we can't judge him. Most fans are saying he's shit. So other fans are saying he's shit. Let's get rid of him. But I think most fans will agree that when he came into the team to replace Gabriel Magalhaes, right? He stood up to the plate. He was even a better defender than Saliba. Saliba went down while he went up, so he was more consistent during that period. So to me, very good. And now he has given Arsenal a little bit of problem. Before, most fans were like, we have to sell him. But now, I think Arsenal has a crossroad because of his performance. Do we sell him or keep him? So before, I think most fans would say, sell him. But right now, I think it's more like, if they give us a good money, we can't turn down. Maybe you sell him. But we want Arsenal to keep him because we have seen that he can be a good replacement for Gabriel. Right. So very good season for him.
Fair enough. Tomiyasu, we are not going to rank because
that one really anything below poor, not applicable. I think Tomiyasu is not applicable.
Not applicable.
Yes, not applicable for him.
Zinchenko, what would you rate Zinchenko?
Just like 10-2, it's also difficult to rate him just because he didn't play much this season as well. Showing that the manager has lost faith in him. This is a player he loved, one of the players he loved so much. Last season he played him so much. Even the previous, when he came too, the same thing.
Yeah.
So just for that fact as well, I would say Paul as well because he didn't get playing time. And even when he got playing time, I don't think he really made much of a difference in the team. So to me, I'll say Paul. Because he regressed from last season, so Paul.
Yeah, I'll agree with that ranking again. There's no need to say too much about that. Calafiori Ricardo, what are you rating him?
Calafiori, I'll say, if there's something between poor and all right, that's what I'll give him. Because Calafiori, the only reason I'll just push towards all right is because it's his first season in the Premier League. He's coming from the Italian League and he was mostly injured. So I'll just lean towards all right because he didn't, to me, I don't think, maybe apart from the game against City where he scored that wonderful goal at the Etihad, I don't think I can pinpoint any game that I would say, Calafiori was outstanding in this game. Like, he was very good in this game. Because most times, if you check it, he's a centre-back who Arteta was playing as a left-back, and most times, he was never at the left-back because he was always inverting. So he was not even defending. Most times, the attack was through his left side. So to me, just for the fact that he's just coming new, I'll give him a little bit of leeway and say, you know what, he's all right. He made 19 appearances, even though that's not much, but it was all right. I'll give him all right. For me, he's all right signing, he's all right player for us.
For me, overall, I would say I'll move him slightly up and I'll say good performance. Defensively, he was rubbish. Offensively, he was an option. And he scored a goal at the Etihad, which was very, very good goal as well. First season in the Premier League, he needs to adapt to Arteta's style of, he's just like Kivyo as well. He's a centre back that they are making to play like left inverted fullback. So he needs time to adapt to that position. Exactly. Yeah, so I think he had. I'll say good. I'll say good performance for him. And these two we're not going to rank because they did not play any Premier League games. Josh Nico played only one Carabao Cup, I think, against Preston. So we're not going to rank. Then let's go to the midfield. Thomas, Partey after Partey after Partey. For me, on a different day, I would have given him the player of the season, like player of the season. So anything above outstanding, I will give to him. But because of sentiment, I'm going to give somebody else that player of the season, and I will tell you when the time comes. So basically, Gabriel Magalhaes outstanding so far. Thomas Partey as well, outstanding season. I think this is by far his best season in the national shirt. When they put him in right back, a right back position, he played well. Right, you can't even say he was a weakling in the team, and when he was in the actual position, it was exceptional. So outstanding for Thomas Partey this season. What are you ranking him?
Very, very, very much in agreement with you on that end. Outstanding season, big improvement, and you can see. I think he says 34 appearances, so that means not only was he outstanding, this is his first. I don't think Ateta he has made up to 30.
No.
Has he ever made up to 30 Premier League appearances for Arsenal in the season since he came?
No. This is the first time.
So that also is a plus for him. And also, could it be what's it too? I don't get. I don't know. It might be me just being overthinking, but is it because it's his contract year? That's why
it's all possible. That's how players behave. Once they get their move,
that could be the reason why we saw the best out of Partey. Not only did he play so well, but he was fit throughout almost the whole season. He was fit.
Yeah.
So but still, you can't take it away from him, whether he's playing for contract or not. He still have to deliver. So he had an outstanding season. So I'll give it to him.
Fair enough. And then our capitano, Mr. Martin Ødegaard. What do you rank this guy?
Paul. I think to me, Paul, he's to me. I think in terms of flop of the season, he'll be one of the contenders, maybe top 3 for me. One of Arsenal's flop of the season is Ødegaard because, first of all, you're the captain of the team. There's so much expectations, pressure, roles people expect you to perform, and he never lived up to such heights. And people are blaming you, but he has been back since November. Come on,
exactly.
Injuries. Excuse is just, to me, it's just a weak excuse because he didn't impress us. Look at the stats there. He has 29 appearances, 2 goals. My attacking midfielder should not be scoring 2 Premier League goals. No offense, he shouldn't be scoring me 2 Premier League goals. And is that 8 assists?
Yes.
8 assists to me is it's not much as well. When you consider the fact that Cunha probably had a double-figure assist. Even Salah, that is a right winger that probably had more assists than him. So to me, and he's regressing.
And
3 seasons ago, he was one of Arsenal's best players. Last season, I think he regressed because his stats or whatever reduced. And then this season, he became even more worse. So to me, he has been poor. And he goes most of the matches this season. He was Arsenal were literally playing with 10 men as far as I'm concerned. We were playing with 10 men. So to me, he had a very poor season.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's poor season as well. Apart from ghosting, sometimes he goes to hide as well. He'll go and put himself between 2 or 3 players. And I know that in his head, he's thinking he's trying to take those players away. But no, you're trying to hide so they don't pass the ball to you. Because that to me shows that he's actually still injured or he was rushed back and he's not yet confident, Because in the last couple of games, 2 or 3 games, he's now shooting. Which means it's now that he's actually coming back into form.
Could it be because now the pressure is off? 2-3 games, there's no more pressure again. So
but again, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not hiding anymore. He's shooting now. But before they call it, people were calling him pillow foot throughout the season because he was not taking shots, he was not doing anything, and he's hiding. He didn't want to play so much, like on the ball. But anyways, poor season. Jorginho, do we need to spend too much time on him? Yeah, all right performance for him.
Jorginho, all right season. I'll give him all right. He came in when he needed to do his job. He came in, did his job. He's pure professional, so all right. I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Even though I wouldn't have planning for Arsenal, but all right player.
Declan Rice next. For me, I also say excellent, not outstanding, excellent. First half of the season was not that great, but we understood that he was injured. But in the second half, he really wanted Arsenal to win. Like, he really wanted Arsenal to win a trophy, and but unfortunately, it did not work out. But yeah, excellent for me. What do you think?
Excellent season as well. another player that improved on last season.
I agree.
He's very, very deadly with set pieces. And now I think this role, now he has given Arsenal fans of Arteta a real conundrum. Is he an 8 or a 6? He's a 6, but it seems with the way he's playing right now, you can argue that he might actually be a good 8. So, and he plays the 8
Yeah,
so well. So I would
I
say,
don't think I
and
don't
he's
think
one
Arteta
guy I
has
know that
any
doesn't hide.
conundrum.
That's one thing I give him. He doesn't hide.
Yeah.
He's one player that doesn't hide. You see Rice. Rice always wants the ball, always trying to do something. Always trying to initiate or do something, bro. So I give it to him. Excellent, excellent season for him. Excellent. Unfortunately, his excellence didn't pay off. So
I agree.
let's
I was
see.
going to say that Ateta does not have any conundrum at all. Ateta, Rice is the new 8. Right. So there's no conundrum there. As long as
uh
when Zubimendi comes in, Zubimendi will be the 6, Rice will be the 8. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a different show. And the next person, Myles Lewis Skelly, to me, outstanding, and he is my own player of the season. Like I said, sentiment alone, because this young man came in, even when he made little appearances. I think I was telling someone that you may know, one of my colleagues, that out of him and Ethan, for me, even watching them play, Skelly was the guy. Skelly looked very, very mature. Skelly looked confident on the ball. Like he's not afraid to buy fouls. He knows how to keep the ball well. He knows when to pass, when to shoot, when to cross. Like he's another gem. And yeah, he contributed a lot to the team. I wish that he had the confidence to give more assists or to shoot more, because that goal against Man City was very, very good. I wish he could do more of that. Maybe next season, if he still has the trust of the manager and they don't sign someone to just bench him, he might add that to his game. But for me, outstanding for Myles Lewis Skelly, my player of the season. What do you rank Myles?
it's hard to argue against what you just pointed out. I would say very good, just because there were some games, in as much as he was good, but there are some games whereby, maybe you can say it's youthful exuberance, right? There's certain games where he made some. He's those kind of players that takes too much risk, even when he knows that risk might be a very, very bad risk. So just because of that, because there's certain games, even though he didn't end up costing us.
Yeah,
For instance, remember the PSV game,
yeah,
the Champions League
he's
against
going to
PSV.
learn. He's going to learn.
He's supposed to get a red card. We all knew that he was lucky not to get a red card in that game. We all know. So I feel that, like you said, I just want to blame it on youthful exuberance. He's still a young
Yes.
boy, like you said, new kid, trying to impress. So the fact that he came in, stepped up to the plate, to the point that the manager
Bench
trusted him. The manager
all
of
of the
the
left
players
backs.
trusted him.
Yeah.
So I give it to him. Very good
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, fair enough. And then Ethan, one area, I also say very, very good. It's a shame that he didn't play more and the manager did not utilize him some more. But I think this guy has lots of more goals in him. If we have a new manager at any point, I'm sure they'll get the best out of him. But if it's as Arteta is still here, Arteta says he's going to be a striker in future, but that guy, I don't trust anything he says.
Nah.
He's going to be
They said
Saka's.
it against He said the same thing about Martinelli, and Martinelli
Exactly.
has not played
He's
striking since then.
Yeah, he's
So
either going
don't
to be
blame them.
sold or he's going to be Saka's replacement, like Saka's backup. But for this season, I would say very, very good performance for Ethan Nwaneri. What do you rate him?
I'll say good. Because like you said, youngster coming in, even though the manager didn't trust him initially, he literally took him to the down bare bones for him to bring him on, and then he stepped up to the plate. I don't know what he did to the manager, because toward the end of the season, the manager lost faith in him. I was even playing him. So I don't know what went on there. Some rumors were that because he was not following instructions to the T. Some other rumors were that he had a scuffle with Ateta on the training ground. So I don't know which to believe. But all we know is that he lost playing time towards the end of the season, even when it was obvious that, oh, this guy could help us once in a while, right? So to me, he had a good season because he came in without much expectation and he delivered. When he came on, he was a good bright light, youngster. Now, I think the good thing about it is that now I think most Arsenal fans will be fine with him being Saka's replacement. We don't before I think we all needed we all said, oh, we need the deputy for Saka, but now I think with the emergence of Nwaneri, there's less pressure on Arteta and the club now to go for a right-sided player to replace Saka.
Yeah.
So I think for that reason, I will give him good.
Fair enough. And then next one we'll rate is Mikel Merino, but as a midfielder, ended up as a striker,
This is what is
or
the
as a
most
false
confusing,
nine.
I swear. The most
Yeah,
confusing.
but
This one is the most confusing.
regardless, his contribution to the team is what we are rating. So because of that, I'm going to give him very good. I wish he could have done more, but again, it's not a natural striker or a false line. He was just put in that situation because of his height and his physique. And yeah, so I'll say not to talk too much. Good, no, very good performance for Mikel Merino. What about you? What do you think?
Um, I'll say good. I would have said very good, but I can't look. I can't look over his performances at the beginning of season, the first half of season. No, that plays a role too. So, I feel the second part of season balanced the first part out. So to me, the balance is being good.
No,
Like you
okay.
said, he stepped up when we didn't have a striker and became our nine.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that the games he didn't play as a nine were mad because, like the game against, you can say he cost us because he didn't play as a striker.
Yeah,
So he did well, even though, funny enough, he was brought as a midfielder. He was so poor in midfield that they had to push him up for the same way it happens to our number 29. The same thing
yeah,
is happening to him now. So for that reason, I think good. It's just fair to give him good because he had a poor first half and then he improved
yeah.
second half when his position was changed. So I'll give him good.
Saka, what do you rate Saka?
Saka had a very, very good season. I'll give him very good. He started the season on fire. Then the injury happened. Then we saw his importance to the team. Our
Yeah.
attack basically died when he left,
Mm-hmm.
and then he came back after the injury. He tried his best, but you could say maybe being off for 3 months affected him. It was a serious injury. It was a hamstring tear, so it
Yeah.
was definitely going to affect him. So apart from that, I would say yeah, he had a very good season. He was good up to his injury, so I'll give him very good.
Yeah, same, same. I'm going to give him very good as well. Not bad. 6 goals, 10 assists. I'm sure most of those goals, 5 of those goals, would have been in the first half before he got injured because I'm sure he only scored one against Everton in the league. But he turned up when we really needed him against Real Madrid. He did his best against PSG. He scored the only goal in that in that tie as well. It's a shame that he was injured. If he was not injured, who knows how many goals would have scored? Who knows what would have happened? But I don't think we'd have won the league anyway because of the way everyone played and the style of play. But yeah, very good for Saka. What about Kai Havertz? Played only the first half of the season up until January. 9 goals, our highest goal scorer, 3 assists. What were you ranking Havertz?
I mean, to me, Havertz is a good player. He did the job I expected him to do. We all knew going to see that he was our striker. He scored 9 goals as a striker. So he did his job, even though he's not a player I like. So to me, he
Hmm.
had a good season.
Yeah, I'll again. It's not brilliant to watch. It's not like the striker that everyone wants. But 9 goals in the space of time that he played. Again, if he was fit and Saka was fit, who knows what would have happened? We need our forwards to score goals, and he was on course to score more goals than he did last season. But anyways, I'm sure in all competition he had maybe like 10, 11 overall. So not bad compared to last season. That would have been progress. But anyways, overall, good performance. Gabriel Jesus, him, I would
Um,
say all right performance.
all right, yes.
I'm sure those goals came against Crystal Palace. All those goals. I mean, it was yeah. Anyways, he's all right. He needs to decide what he wants to be. Either he's
Yeah.
going to be a squad player or a
You can't come
starter.
out and
But
tell us you're
yeah.
not a striker. Meanwhile, you're a striker. Like that
Mm-mm.
doesn't make any sense.
And the fans need to change that his song. It's not Arsenal number 9. That's Kai Havertz right now. But
True,
yeah.
true.
Anyways, Martinelli. For me, I would say I'm slightly disappointed with Martinelli because um, I expected more from him. Yes, he has 8 goals, but he played more games than Saka. He was available for most of the time, and only 8 goals. That's terrible. And again, against PSG in the Champions League, if he was clinical, if he finished his chances, he would probably be in the final right now. But he cost us, I would say. He cost us because he's not clinical. He overthinks when he's supposed to just do, you know. Like, how can you be in the team all this time and you've not improved, basically? So, I would say I don't want to be too harsh. Let's say good. Let's just say good performance, but I expected way more from Martinelli. Why are you rating Martinelli?
I'll give Martelli good, just like you did. He divides opinions, like I said. So to me, I expected more from him, and he didn't really live up to expectations. He has been declining since 2 years ago. To me, so he had a good season. That's all I can say. He had a very good. He had a good season. I give him good. He could do
Okay,
better, but good season.
fair enough. And then for me, Leandro Trossard. Trossard, I would say, um, yeah, all right performance because I expected way much from like way much more from Trossard because he played in the midfield when Ødegaard was injured. He did not contribute anything. He played as a forward, and we're missing Merino, and he's an actual false nine, like can score goals, and we're missing Merino. So because of that, I would say like even appearances 37, which means he played every single game of the Premier League
Every man
campaign,
game,
either
yeah.
as a sub
Yeah.
or as a starter. So for me, all right game. It was disappointing from Leandro Trossard. What are you rating Trossard?
I was slightly differ from you. I'll say he had a good season to me because I look at it that Trossard is a bench player to me. So I'm looking at okay, my bench player gave me 8 goals and 6 assists. I don't think that's bad for a bench player. I know you said he came in for Odegaard when Odegaard was injured. He became our 10 or 8, whatever I was to give him. And then when Merino was before Merino was put up top, he was our first nine.
Mhm.
He didn't do. He scored some goals while there. So to me, I think he had a good season. He had a good season. He did what I expected from him. So I'll say good.
Fair enough. And Raheem Sterling, what are you ranking Raheem? The dream.
Not applicable, please. Steady ranks as one of the worst signings Arsenal. At least since I started supporting Arsenal, Arsenal has made, and we have made
Hmm.
some crazy signings. I think he's probably top five, our top five worst signings ever.
Yeah.
I don't
The
think there's any
manager.
game that he played I can say, oh, he stood out. Oh,
Mm-mm.
I can't think of any. Maybe you can. I can't think of any game.
No, I
It was
cannot
just a
either.
waste of time. It
Yeah.
was just a waste of time, and that to me just amplified. I just showed me the reasons why I said Arsenal could not win the league at the start of the season because you can't be winning. You want to win the league and you're signing Sterling,
Yeah.
who did not even play for Chelsea. The team you're signing for, he was not even playing for them. So what makes you think he was going to play well for you?
Nah. And
So
that video
I
is
didn't get
his
that
intro
signing at
video
all.
that said that he's sure he's going to be back to his best. What a joke that was. I'm sure he's going to hate. He's going to detest saying that whenever I watch that back. For me, remember when I told you in run of play that when Ateta said, "Oh, he only had 10 minutes call with him and was convinced he's the guy." I know that's a lie. Like Ateta
Pure
just
lie.
goes, yeah, he just said whatever he wants to the media. But yeah, zero goals in the Premier League. I don't even know if he scored for us. I know people say he has one goal. I don't remember that goal, and I'm sure I watched
I
all those
can't
results.
too. I can't, but I can't. He
Yeah,
must remember Carabao Cup or something because he didn't
yeah,
score in every cup. He didn't
no,
score. I can't remember he's coming Champions League either.
exactly. So,
So
and I
that's
think that on purpose he tried not to score, because he always tried to like hit the bar or just shoot the ball over the bar. Because for someone that scored over 100 goals in his career, I'm sure he knows how to put the ball at the back of the at least once or twice. So I think because he knows it's a flop, he didn't want to register any goals because 1 or 2 goals might be even worse than scoring 0 goals. So he tried not to do
oh,
that, especially if the manager is putting him on to try to score goals and the manager does not rate him. So it's just like as an old player as well, all these old players, older players, I should say, they know how to revolt and get under the skin of the manager. So maybe I don't know, but anyways, that's the rating of our season. You guys let us know what you think in the comment section below. Who's your own player of the season? I went for Miles Lewis Skelly with close seconds Thomas Partey, um, Timber, and
I went with
Gabriel.
Jurrien as my player of the season, followed by Gabriel Magalhaes, and then thirdly by Thomas Partey. I think those were the three standard players to me for Arsenal this season.
Fair enough, fair enough. You guys let us know what you think. Please, while you're scrolling down, press the like button. Thank you very much. Subscribe if you're new or yet to do so, and look out for other content, which is Run of Play Podcast, which also includes me and Johnny Boy as well as Katayan Podcast. And in the next video, we are going to be discussing. We're going to be doing buy, keep, sell, our version of that one. All right, right. Until next time. Not bye,
Including the
please.
manager too.
Yeah. That's true. With yes, I forgot. That's very, very important. Let's rate the manager because the manager's number is three now. I almost forgot.
Yes.
What is your rating for the manager this season?
All right. And the reason why he got all right is because he came second. That's the way I give him all right. If not, to me, he was poor because he regressed to this season and his stubbornness is still there. So, but to me, all right, just because we end up still coming up second. So
Yeah.
I give him all right.
No, I definitely agree with you. All right performance as well. All right performance. I don't care whether we get to the summer finals of the Champions League. It is a good improvement, but at the end of the day, we did not win it and we did not play very, very well. And it was like PSG outclassed us in that one. In the FA Cup, with 10 men, we could not win. Man United had 10 men, we could not win. Right?
For most the whole of second half, because
Exactly.
they got wrecked at like the early part of second half.
Terrible, terrible, terrible showing day against
And then
Newcastle.
Newcastle were no show.
Yeah,
Home and
exactly.
away.
Home and away. The away one was even worse. Was
Yeah.
even worse. So because of that, man, in all the competitions, I think yeah. In the previous video, we said we regressed in everything, and that's also the manager has a big role to play in that. I said 90% role to play. Jenny Boy says 75% role to play in that regression. So all right, performance. But you guys have to rank the manager as well in the comment section below. Until next time, people, we are going to be doing the loan, keep, and sell. That's the one. Stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.